Hey everybody, good to see ya. It's Wednesday, 23rd day of September 2020. I am Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Thanks for starting your day with us here on the NCW Life channel. I hope you ended your day with us with the news with Grant last night. Lots of stuff to get to today. We're finally gonna get some rain. We've talked about this before. The last time we had measurable rain at Pangbourne Memorial Airport, that's where the official rain gauge is. You got to put it someplace. The last time we had enough rain to actually register was June 15th. That was before summer. We went the entire 90 some odd days of summer without a single day of measurable rain, and that's going to end today. Finally, going to get some rain. In fact, we're going to be in for some intermittent rain really right on through the weekend till maybe even Sunday morning before things dry out. Off and on rain, no big deluge. Don't go out and build an ark. You don't have to do that yet. But we need the rain, and it's coming. I can't wait to give you that forecast because, quite frankly, I miss the rain. Rain's on the way. As you can see, it's fairly cloudy outside of our studios. Mild, though, 59 degrees. Forecast details are on the way. Also, we'll have the latest in news. We'll have sports. The Mariners, at this point now, they lost last night 6-1. To Houston. At this point, the Mariners have to win their 5 remaining games or they have no chance of making the playoffs. It's pretty much all there is to it. And not only that, but Houston has to lose the rest of their games too. That's probably not going to happen, but they're not out of it yet, but they're just hanging on by a thread. We'll talk about Mariner baseball. Seahawks. Pete Carroll's a little lighter in the wallet this morning, and we'll preview Saturday night at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval for our last broadcast of the year and the last racing night of the year. We'll get that in sports, plus we'll have the obscure holiday, a brand new opinion from Mike Mignotti. Today in history, some celebrity birthdays, and Erica Grissmerson will join us one more time. She joined us back in August. We'll talk to Erica again. The topic, the walk to end Alzheimer's, the virtual walk to end Alzheimer's. It's still a walk. You're going to go out and hike around the neighborhood. You're just not going to do it all gathered at the Apple Capital Recreational Loop Trail like we've done in years past. Erica will give you those details when we get to the back half of the hour, 2.5 minutes after the hour. Let's take our tour. What do we got going on around there? Good morning, Wenatchee Valley, from our cross camera located adjacent to the cross at the very tip of Wenatchee Heights. It's zoomed in just a little bit and tilted up just a little bit. Don't look for a great deal of sunshine today because it ain't going to happen. In fact, we're in for a fairly cloudy period of weather, really right on into Sunday. But then, believe it or not, we'll have temperatures in the 80s by the early part of next week. But we're going to have clouds and rain off and on really right through the forecast period. And we need it. We need it bad. We are in a drought. Good morning to the valley proper. Now, of course, Megan gets to decide, and I have to guess. That's the Apple Ladies camera. It's one of those no-brainers for me. Hi, Kashmir. How you doing? Good to see you. The Wenatchee River doing its job. Way at the bottom of your screen is US 297. And one of the bridges that leads itself into Kashmir. They used to call themselves the early American city of Kashmir. You remember that? They ditched that moniker years ago for reasons I don't know. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Hi, Kashmir. Good to see you. Camera number 3. Hello to, that looks to be the Valley High camera, Megan. Am I correct? Hello, Valley High. Blewett Pass is down in the lower right-hand corner of your screen. Beautiful view from the Valley High camera. That's one of the newer ones that they put up quite some time ago. So if you live in a rural area, like in that general area, and you can look out your front door or backyard and see that tower, you could be eligible for Sky-Fi, screaming fast internet without fiber. Technology is a beautiful thing. Scary sometimes, but for the most part, if you can tackle it, you're okay. Hi, Valley High. Camera 4. Megan says, let's go visit that area there with the stuff. That's the Stamen Flats camera, but it's pointed across to the Douglas County side of the river. So hello to our friends over at Stamen Flats. Well, that's not Stamen Flats. We're looking at Douglas County. Some beautiful houses there. I think we rented a house out in that area over the Christmas holidays about 6 or 7 years ago. I can't remember. Anyway, beautiful view there and some lovely homes. So there, good stuff to start our day, start our Wednesday here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Got 3 slides to show for you. First of all, they have upped the rainfall again. They said, we're going to get maybe quite a bit of rain. And they said yesterday, well, maybe not so much. Now they're saying, well, wait a minute. This is rainfall totals today through Thursday morning. So starting later on this afternoon, we'll have about a 40% chance of rain this afternoon. That chance of rain goes up to about 70% tonight. and then it spills over into Thursday. So anywhere between just a little bit, but at least some, to maybe even up to a quarter of an inch of rain for the Wenatchee Valley. Again, the lee of the Cascades and the rain shadow going to keep us fairly dry. As you can see out in the Columbia Basin, you're not going to get much rain at all. Most of the rain will be right along the crests of the Cascades. You're going to get a lot of rain at the summit of all of the major mountain passes and up north and out over into the Spokane and Idaho area. That's where most of the rain will be. So we're looking at pretty much intermittent rain right through the weekend, off and on, off and on. A little bit of rain here, a little bit of rain there. No significant rain event, no major rainfall, just a little bit here and a little bit there. And that's fine because we had a whole bunch of rain. We could have some flooding because of the burn scars. So again, the heaviest rain likely will be in the Cascades, but basically rain off and on right through Sunday, and then we dry out. And on Friday, it's going to get windy as that second system comes through. Everybody is going to get wind. The strongest wind will be out in the Columbia Basin and the Spokane area, but we're going to have a fairly windy condition here in the Wenatchee Valley. So if you're going to be out and about on the boats, it's going to be a little choppy. And of course, maybe the potential of some blowing dust out in the Columbia Basin. So get ready for some windy weather on Friday. It's funny, today is the first full day of autumn, and it's like, okay, well, here's autumn weather for you. From Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, they give your home a hug. Here you go. Here's your forecast. Again, quite a bit of cloud cover today. It's going to be mild, 73. Our high today, our normal high is 74, right around normal. We were 78 yesterday. By the way, I did not mention this. Sunrise this morning was at 6:50, sunset tonight at 6:55, 12 hours and 5 minutes. The daylight will go under that 12-hour mark, by the way, come tomorrow. Not a lot of rain today, but rain likely tonight. The chance of rain goes from 40% to about 80% tonight. It should be dying off about midnight or so with an overnight low of about 54 degrees. So we could get a nice little dose of rain tonight. Thursday, probably the driest day we're going to have in quite some time. Partly sunny, about 70, partly cloudy, about 73 degrees. Little breezy at times on Thursday. Next system comes in Thursday night. Chance of rain is about 40%. Again, as I mentioned before, kind of off and on light rain showers, sprinkles, if you will. It's going to be windy on Thursday night. Friday, we go back to some light rain. Good chance of rain there, about 80%. As I mentioned before, it's going to be windy on Friday. As you can see, the temperatures cool down even more. It's a cold front. 69 for the afternoon high on Friday. We'll get down to 53 on Friday night. Should be dry Friday night, and then we have another good chance of rain on Saturday and Saturday night. 60% chance of showers on Saturday, about a 50% chance of showers on Saturday night. We could be getting wet at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Sunday, some morning rain giving way to some sunshine in the afternoon, and then look what happens Monday and Tuesday. Going to be another big ridge of high pressure. It's going to start building up. And it's going to start building up on Sunday afternoon. And by Monday and Tuesday, we're going to be warming right back up into the 80s. So we're going to be on the weather roller coaster. But again, intermittent rain off and on right through Sunday. And it's the best kind of rain because we're going to get light rain for pretty much everybody without a big dose of rain that the soil simply can't handle. So it's as good as beggars can't be choosers. We need rain, and we're going to get it. Not a lot, but we'll take it. 9 minutes after the hour, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have your Wednesday morning news. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Pybus Public Market's motto is where community meets. Whether it's people, enjoying an event, or they meet a colleague for coffee and whip out their laptop and are able to actually do work here, having quick and reliable Wi-Fi is one of the things that makes Pybus such a great community hub. It just contributes to the welcoming place that we want Pybus to be. I'm Allie, and fiber keeps people connected, and that's what Pybus Market is all about.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in North Central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
10 minutes after the hour, overcast skies, 59 degrees. Light rain this afternoon, rain tonight. Pretty dry Thursday, more rain Friday night. Light rain Saturday night. Bring it on. Here's your news. 2 men who forcibly trafficked women through eastern Washington, including right here in Wenatchee, must pay 3 victims more than $180,000 in restitution. Robert Samuel Tillman of California and Brandon C. Campbell of New York State pled guilty in July to federal sex trafficking charges. The 2 men forced 3 victims into prostitution in Arizona, Utah, and Washington, advertising them for sex online and arranging meetings in local hotel rooms. One victim escaped in Pasco in 2018, and another, who was 17 at the time, was arrested by police in an undercover sting operation in Tacoma. U.S. Attorney William Hyslop announcing the restitution order yesterday. Campbell is serving 7.5 years in federal prison. Tillman was sentenced to 15 years in prison. The man suspected in the disappearance and presumed death of a Kent motorist in the Blue Pass area pled guilty to 8 lesser charges. A Kittitas County judge on Friday sentenced Jorge Alcantara Gonzalez to 8 years in prison on 8 felonies, including vehicle theft, burglary, and theft of 2 firearms. Prosecutors say keeping Alcantara in prison will give them time to build their case in the presumed murder of 41-year-old Ian Eccles, who disappeared near Mineral Springs back in May. Deputies say Alcantara was later found driving Eccles' vehicle. Eccles' body, by the way, has not been found. If you have any information about that case, you want to call Kittitas County Sheriff's Dispatch 509-925-8534. Governor Jay Inslee issued new guidelines on Monday that will allow agritourism businesses to resume operations in Chelan and Douglas counties. The change now allows all agritourism to operate in modified Phase 1 of the state's COVID-19 phased reopening plan. In late August, Inslee modified his Safe Start guidelines to allow most agritourism activities for all counties except the 5 counties still in modified Phase 1. Both Chelan and Douglas counties have been in modified version of Phase 1 since June 10th. U.S. Representative Dan Newhouse last week was highly critical of the governor's ban on agritourism, calling the order frustrating and misguided. Agritourism can be anything from corn mazes to petting zoos to orchard tours. Federal disease scientists are in the Wenatchee Valley to observe how it's coping with the COVID-19 pandemic. The team of 4 physicians told the Chelan-Douglas Board of Health on Monday they'll study the impacts of the coronavirus on the valley's populations, including Hispanic and migrant worker residents. The team leader is Dr. Edgar Monteroso. He's a CDC physician with more than 30 years experience in epidemiology. He serves as part of the agency's overall COVID-19 emergency response. He previously oversaw HIV programs in Mozambique. During the pandemic, he specialized in COVID-19 impacts on Latino communities. Pandemic response in the 2 counties is currently being handled by a state incident management team that answers to the Chelan-Douglas Health District. Of course, COVID-19 has forced many public events into virtual venues this year, and the Chelan County Public Works annual auction of surplus equipment, no exception. The county needs to get rid of about 50 pieces of surplus. That includes vehicles, tools, and various attachments. The September 26th event can't be held in person, so it's going to be online through Chuck Yarbrough Auctioneers. It starts at 9 a.m. Yarbrough has recently been the online auction house for other big local sales, like the North Central Washington District Fair Youth Livestock Sale. All items are offered as is. The Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce will be holding 2 days of candidate forums in October via Zoom and Facebook Live. Candidates from the 4th and 8th congressional districts will be featured in an October 14th forum from 8 to 9 a.m. In the 8th district, incumbent Democrat Dr. Kim Schreier is being challenged by Republican Jesse Jensen. In the 4th district, incumbent Republican Dan Newhouse faces Democrat Douglas McKinley. On October 15th, the focus will shift in the race for Chelan County Commissioner between Dale England and Tiffany Gehring, both Republicans, and 12th District incumbent State Representative Keith Gaynor and his challenger, Democrat Adrienne Moore, also from 8 to 9 a.m. The Chamber says each of the candidates will be asked 3 questions during the forum. And finally, in Moses Lake, citizens are fighting back against graffiti in a Moses Lake neighborhood with the Painted Mailbox Project. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the work by local artists from ages 10 to 50 has made a difference in the Larson Housing Community. That's where they've seen a decrease in graffiti since the project began. The Painted Mailbox project is being led by Christy Welch, who encourages other artists to join in, and she welcomes any donations of supplies or money. She can be reached at 509-431-2139. You can donate money at the Painted Mailbox GoFundMe page. And it looks cool, too. And that's a look at what's making news on this Wednesday morning. Grant and Eric and Cal and Uriah and even Captain Wagner helping out, putting the news together at 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 10 o'clock with a preview. Here's Grant.
Good morning, Dan. Performing Arts Center says the 20th Annual Festival of Trees in Wenatchee will indeed go on this year. North Central Washington is expecting the first measurable rain since June 15th, today and especially tonight. I'll have your complete local weather forecast, and Eric Grissmerson will be in with more on the Mariners Astros series in sports. That and all the day's news headlines coming up tonight at 5, 6, and 10 on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Dan?
Thank you, Grant. If you got a news tip, you want to drop us a line and just say hi, we'd love to hear from you, our viewers, and you're pretty good at doing it. You can drop us a line via our Facebook page. Go to our Facebook page and drop us a line via Facebook Messenger. You can email us directly, news@ncwlife.com, news@ncwlife.com is our email address. Or if you go to our homepage and you want to bookmark that because we populate it on a regular basis, at the very top of our homepage, you'll see the contact icon. Click on that. Form pops up. It's down the road you go. Going to take a break. When we come back, we're talking Mariners, we're talking Seahawks, we're talking racing. Sports is 1 minute away. You're watching Wake Up in Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Join NCW Life Channel for another night at the races, Saturday at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. It's the Neil Newberry 125 presented by Pepsi for the Northwest Super Late Model Series. It's also the Tommy Wentz Classic for the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars. There's also the Holiday Custom Muffler B-Mods and the Plum Perfect Roadrunners. Coverage starts at 6 Saturday live on the NCW Life Channel, your local TV station.
18 minutes after the hour, let's talk sports. The Mariners' slim hopes of making the playoffs got even slimmer last night in the form of a 3-run home run by Houston's Martin Maldonado, and the Astros knock off the Mariners. The final was 6-1. Maldonado's homer capped a 5-run 6th inning and reduced Houston's magic number to clinch a playoff spot to 2 games. The game was tied at 1-1 heading into the 6th inning after the teams traded runs. In the first, Kyle Tucker drove home Michael Brantley on a sharp base hit for Houston. Seattle countered in the bottom of the frame, and Kyle Seager doubled home J.P. Crawford after a shaky first inning. Seattle starter LeJay Newsome settled into a nice groove. He lasted 4 1/3 innings. He allowed 1 run, 4 hits. He had a strikeout and a walk. Manager Scott Service was happy to see Newsome bounce back from his last start.
I thought LJ, threw the ball pretty well. Those results were good. The plan going into the game was, let him go through the lineup twice, and he was able to do that and kept us right there. And then going to Casey Sadler. I think, Casey might be one of our hottest relievers. He's just been awesome since we've acquired him, and, he's adjusted his arsenal a little bit. Tonight he just wasn't quite as sharp. He gave up the home run to Brantley, and then, was in some trouble there and threw a ton of pitches, in that second inning. So, obviously, Brennan made the mistake to Maldonado, and that was kind of the deciding factor in the game when he hit the ball out of the ballpark. So, thought our plan going in was good. I think, like I said, LJ did a nice job, and like Sadler had been so sharp here recently, just wasn't quite on his game tonight, and they threw some good at bats at him. So you have to give them credit. Offensively, we had a couple chances. Valdez got good stuff. It's a lot of sinking fastballs, good curveball. He threw the ball well. He is having a good season. We just didn't get a ton going there. We hit some balls hard as well. I thought Kyle Lewis was right on 3 balls tonight and really nothing to show for it. So that happens. Unfortunately, Siegs hit the ball well. A couple knocks for him, but not a ton offensively.
Seager was 2 for 4. He scored a run, had an RBI. Crawford also 2 for 4 with a run. Seattle and Houston wrap up their series. It's a day game today, a matinee, 3:40. Nick Marvagishis will take on Zach Greinke in the home finale at T-Mobile Park. To the Les Schwab American League West scoreboard. From last night, Angel catcher Max Stassi hit 2 home runs, drove in 4 RBIs, led LA to a 4-2 win over San Diego. Caleb Smith and Riley Smith combined on a 6-hit shutout of Texas. Arizona wins 7-0. Carson Kelly did the damage offensively. He had a 3-run home run for the Diamondbacks. The Dodgers claimed their 8th consecutive National League West title with a 7-2 win over Oakland. LA clubbing 4 home runs, including Corey Seager's 14th of the season. So for the Mariners to make the playoffs, 2 things have to happen. First of all, they have to win the remaining 5 games. That's as simple as that. They got Houston today and then 4 in Oakland against the A's, and they have to have Houston lose all the rest of their games to make it in, or have Toronto lose the rest of their games. They can make it in as a wild card that way. Coach Pete Carroll is lighter in the pocket today in a big way. The NFL fined him $100,000 for not wearing his mask. On Sunday, the team was also fined $250,000 by the league. It's trying to collect more than $1 million in fines total from 3 teams for coaches not wearing their masks. The fines came a week after the NFL sent a memo to teams warning of fines for coaches not properly wearing facial coverings. Carroll says the fine is the way the NFL is coaching him up on remembering to wear a mask. Seth Frazier looks to wrap up the season points championship in the Dix Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Car class this weekend at Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval. Frazier leads Terry Osborne by 37 points heading into the final race of the season. Cameron Doyle is in 3rd. He's got 240 points. The season championship for the Plum Perfect Roadrunners will also be determined this weekend. Mason Haygood comes into the race with 323 points in 2nd. Just a point ahead of 3rd place Brandon Knuff is Leavenworth's Carlin Coker. Chad Holliday leads the Hollidays Custom Muffler B Modified Series with 160 points. Rocky Crocker, 13 back. He's got 147 points. Moses Lake Dave Mackin is 3rd with 143 points. All will be part of the season finale at the WVSO Saturday, in addition to the Neil Newberry 125 presented by Pepsi for the Northwest Super Late Models, as well as the Tommy Wentz Classic. For the Thunder Cars, our own Eric Grissmerson and track announcer Greg Rentz will have all the action. Play-by-play Saturday night will start at 5:30 on Facebook and at 6 o'clock on TV, or as we like to say, television. By the way, if you didn't catch it over the weekend for the Seahawks home opener at CenturyLink Field, and how could you? Because there are no fans allowed, they have a brand new introduction video, and here it is.
I'm the lightning, I'm the thunder, I'm the rain. I'm the storm, I'm the eye of the hurricane. I am a wave, I am a force, I can't be stopped. Knocking them down, head on the ground, watching them drop.
So head to our Facebook page, tell us what you think. Our sports director, Eric Grissmerson, says it feels and looks an awful lot like the introductory video for the new NHL franchise, the Seattle Kraken. Well, you decide. Again, go to our Facebook page. Let us know what you think. And those are just some of the games that people are playing. At 26 minutes after the hour, I try to avoid food-related obscure holidays as much as possible, but who's kidding who? A lot of them are food-related, and today is no different. As we transition from summer to autumn, we start thinking about the more heartier dishes, your lasagnas, your chilies, your casseroles, so to speak. And certainly filling the void today would be the pot pie. Today is the Great American Pot Pie Day. Nothing wrong with a good pot pie. Homemade is the way to do it. I made a homemade chicken pot pie the other day. It was easy, this quick. I got some already cooked chicken, rotisserie chicken, and threw in some peas and carrots and little odds and ends. Served it with gravy. It was really good. Yeah, you can put anything in a pot pie. Beef, turkey, chicken, lots of vegetables. You can throw in nothing but vegetables if you want. Just have a veggie pot pie. Green beans, carrots, peas, it all works. You let it cook in the oven. It smells good, makes the house smell good. It's a hearty meal. You can make a little individual ones if you want for different kinds of people in the family who say, I want turkey and not chicken. You can make them a small one, or you can make a really big one in a pie thing, and down the road you go. You can make 2 or 3 in advance, stick them in the freezer. You're good to go. It's the good, hearty, wholesome, tasty, good-smelling pot pie. The aroma fills the home and warms the heart. I got to finish the pot pie I made. I made way too much of it. It's in the freezer. 27 minutes after the hour. Today in history, they're back. Yeah, Meriwether Lewis and Bill Clark made it back, and the rest of the Corps of Discovery, they returned to St. Louis on this date, September 23rd, 1806, all the way, of course, from St. Louis to the Pacific Northwest and back again. According to Meriwether Lewis, and I'm quoting now, the first thing that he said to the gathered populace as they welcomed the Corps of Discovery back was, "It's good to be home. I really want to take a shower." That's legend, anyway. In case you were curious, it took the Corps of Discovery 555 days to get from St. Louis to the Pacific Ocean, but it only took them 185 days to get from the Pacific Ocean to St. Louis for 2 reasons. Number 1, they knew the route, didn't have to guess. Where are we going? Oh, that's right, over here. And number 2, once you get over the Continental Divide, it's pretty much all downhill. You just float the river, right? They made it back 214 years ago today. Today is the anniversary of one of the most controversial baseball games ever played. It was at the Polo Grounds in New York City between the Giants and the Cubs. Bear with me here. Here's how it goes. The score is tied at 1-1. There were 2 outs. In the bottom of the 9th inning, the Giants had Moose McCormick on third, Fred Merkle on first base. Al Bridwell slaps a base hit to center field. McCormick scores. The Giants win 2-1. Yay! But Merkle, who was on first base, once that he saw McCormick cross home plate, he ran to the Giants clubhouse, which was out beyond center field. He never actually touched second base. So there was all this confusion. There's pandemonium, fans on the field. What are we going to do? Eventually, the umpires ruled Fred Merkle out on a force play. The winning run was nullified. The president of the National League declared the game a tie and said, if the Cubs and the Giants are tied at the end of the regular season, we'll simply replay the game. Well, at the end of the regular season, the Cubs and the Giants were tied. They had to replay the game, and the 2-1 Giants victory on September 23rd, 1908 became a Cubs victory. The Cubs beat the Giants in the tiebreaker and won the pennant. And after 16 years of playing professional baseball, when Fred Merkle retired, he said, when I die, you know what they're going to put in my obituary? My mess up cost ourselves the pennant. And when Fred Merkle died at the age of 67 in 1953, here's his obituary. The first page says, well, you got it? There it is. Fred Merkle dies. First baseman's boner costs his team the pennant. The famous Merkle's boner happened on this date in 1908. And finally, September 23rd, 1957. It took long enough. 63 years ago today, one of the all-time greatest rock and roll records, That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly and the Crickets, hit number 1 on the Billboard charts. It was Buddy Holly's only number 1 hit. The song was recorded originally in Nashville in 1956 with Buddy Holly's, when Buddy Holly recorded the song originally. It doesn't sound anything like the song that you're familiar with. they decided not to renew Buddy Holly's recording contract, and so he recorded the song again in a new version. But his original contract with Decca said you can't re-record any songs that you've recorded for us in 1956. So they got around it by, instead of calling it Buddy Holly, they called it the Crickets, figured nobody will notice. They noticed. Didn't matter. Went to number one. Buddy Holly, that'll be the day. Number one, the state, 1957. Speaking of music, today's birthdays, we got three legendary musicians. John Coltrane, the second greatest jazz saxophonist of all time. I'm sorry, I'm a Charlie Parker guy. But John Coltrane, nothing wrong with number two in my book, the music that John Coltrane did in his very short life. He was born in the state in 1926, only lived to the age of 40. Most legendary jazz musicians from that era didn't live very long. Blue Train, Soul Train, Lush Life, Giant Steps, A Love Supreme is a phenomenal piece of work. He worked with Thelonious Monk and Miles Davis. The great John Coltrane, saxophonist supreme, born in the state in 1926. Ray Charles, what do you say? I went on a Ray Charles kick about a month and a half ago. It was the damnedest thing. I don't know why. I just couldn't get enough of Ray Charles, and I can't get enough of Ray Charles. The voice, the man, the voice is phenomenal. Yes, he was a great arranger and a great songwriter, and rhythm and blues and gospel and rock and roll and country. He did it all, and he did it better than almost anybody. He was the genius. Frank Sinatra gave him that nickname, Ray Charles. But for me, it's all about the voice, the emotions in Ray Charles' voice. The great Ray Charles, born in the state in 1930, died at the age of 73. At the age of 73 in 2004. A lot of people think he was born blind. He wasn't. He became blind when he was a kid. Bruce, the Boss, Springsteen. He's 71 years old today. Any decent rock and roll fan needs to have the following albums in their collection: Born to Run, Darkness on the Edge of Town, The River, Nebraska, Born in the USA, Tunnel of Love, The Rising. You got to have it all. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, class of 1999, Presidential Medal of Freedom. You got that a few years ago. The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, is 71. And George Costanza, well, Jason Alexander, the guy who played George Costanza in Seinfeld, is 61 years old today. Talk about bad timing. He was nominated for 7 consecutive Emmy Awards for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy, and he never won one because his co-star Michael Richards, playing Kramer, won all of those instead. He did win a Tony Award, though, back in 1989. Jason Alexander, 61 years old today. We are going to take a break. We have a brand new opinion from Mike Mad Dog Magnotti. You've never seen it before. And then my conversation with Erica Grissmerson. The walk to end Alzheimer's in Wenatchee on Saturday and Moses Lake on Sunday. It's not too late to get signed up, participate. Erica will give you the details. We talked to her via Skype. You'll see that when we come back. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Live channel.
Hi, my name is Manuel Navarro, Chief Operating Officer at Columbia Valley Community Health. Patient safety is our top priority, including providing care that just can't wait. With enhanced safety precautions, we want to ensure you that we're able to continue providing safe and efficient in-person care at our clinic. From in-car check-in, ongoing screening, immediate rooming, your family can get the safe care that they deserve here at Columbia Valley Community Health.
In a world of uncertainty, public transit remains a safe and effective way to travel. Throughout the day, Link staff members clean and sanitize buses between routes. In addition, all our drivers and staff members are wearing masks, and we ask that all riders do too. While riding Link Transit, we ask that you observe social distancing guidelines whenever possible. Ride smart, stay safe, and be healthy. Link Transit, caring for our communities.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks, so bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Green Motion e-bikes have rolled into Wenatchee. We've got fun, affordable e-bikes for the whole family. Portable e-bikes that fit right in the trunk of your car. Fat Tire mountain bikes plus unique vintage style bikes you won't find anywhere else. Get some exercise with pedal assist or just cruise up to 20 miles per hour with the throttle. Starting under $1,000, Green Motion e-bikes are affordable fun for the whole family. Green Motion e-bikes is located right downtown on the corner of Palouse and Wenatchee Avenue.
Martin Scott Winery has a fantastic view overlooking the Columbia River to Mission Ridge and beyond. See and taste for yourself the magic of Martin Scott wines. Sharing the view just south of Martin Scott is Bianchi Vineyards. Doug and Kim make you feel right at home at Bianchi Vineyards and offer new varietals you won't find anywhere else. Across the river and against the rock cliffs west of Malaga is Malaga Springs Winery. This beautiful winery can be described as an oasis in the desert. Enjoy an afternoon at Malaga Springs Winery. Experience the relaxation that a Bullfrog Spa provides. Visit Pool to Spa Services on Worthen Street, down from Pybus.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog McNutty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, listen, people, stop saying people who support Biden or Trump are idiots, morons, or are those who ignore facts. Now, stop saying you hate and disdain these people. I work with and I know a lot of different folks who are all over the social, economic, philosophical spectrums, and they all have reasons to them, which are good reasons for supporting who they support. None of them are stupid. None of them are morons. They just don't agree with you. So stop the name calling and vilification. You're better than that.
You're better than that!
I hope. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnati, and that's my opinion.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. One look at the new Z series of Supreme boats and you'll know you're looking at a high-performance wake surfing boat. These boats are known as the Zeus boats because riding one is like surfing a lightning bolt, embodying the mythical trinity of surf, strength, and spirit. See the Supreme boat line at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors, we're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue.
Currently, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is open for dine-in and take-out. Owner Justin Hefner and his staff are just as excited as you to get back to their regularly scheduled full menu, music, and poker, so stay tuned. Meanwhile, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere is serving a limited menu for lunch and dinner, dine-in or take-out.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere, the coolest place in town.
I'm Dr. Wayne Latimer. I'm a chiropractic physician. I have postgraduate certifications in both whiplash, trauma, and rehab, as well as sports medicine. The location is great. The light and the visibility, the 17-foot ceilings are fantastic. You can go into a lot of clinics, and it's very clinical. People really like the spa environment, so my whole premise was take a spa environment, add the very serious rehab, and give people an enjoyable way to get better over time.
Valley, I am Dan Kuntz this Saturday in Wenatchee and this Sunday in the Columbia Basin out in Moses Lake at the annual walk to End Alzheimer's. Erica Grissmerson is going to join us again. She's joining us again right now. We haven't talked to Erica since mid-August or so. She is with the Washington State chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. First of all, Erica, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to see you. The last time we talked was in mid-August, and you were getting ready or ramping up for the virtual pep rally to get people in the mood to go out and raise money and get ready for the walk. How did that go?
It went great. And it's still available for anybody to view online if you weren't able to join us that day, just FYI.
Now, as everybody knows, in years past, what we'd always do here in the Wenatchee Valley, we gathered at the Pybus Public Market. There was some entertainment. There was some people talking via the PA, and then boom, it was down the Riverfront Park Trail we go. All of it to raise money to eradicate Alzheimer's. Ain't gonna happen that way this year, but the walk is still on. So starting at the opening ceremonies and whatever on Saturday for the Wenatchee folks, what can we expect on Saturday, Erica?
Yeah, so the opening ceremony and the Promise Garden ceremony, we will still have those. It'll be online, so if you just go to our Wenatchee website for the Walk to End Alzheimer's, you'll be able to view the opening ceremony at 9 a.m. And that should last about 15 minutes, so it's not too long. And then once you're done watching the ceremony, we have everybody go walk in their neighborhoods or trails, parks, wherever you want to walk, as individuals, families, small teams. We just don't want to encourage large gatherings. And then when you're done walking, we'll have you drive by the view-only Promise Garden. So we're going to have the Promise Garden set up on North Wenatchee Avenue at the old transit station. So that'll be a nice, big, beautiful display for you to drive by and see.
That's the old Washington State Department of Transportation headquarters that they're tearing down, but there's lots of room there. It's at the corner of North Wenatchee Avenue and McKittrick Street. Now, for those people who have downloaded the app and they do what they've done for years and years, which is you pay me X amount of dollars per mile I walk or whatever, that kind of deal. How does that work? I mean, how do you know?
You can always get people to sponsor you per mile you walk if you'd like. There is the walk app on there is the step tracker, so you could always do it by steps or however you'd like that to do it like that for your fundraiser. But one of the cool new things for the app this year is on walk day, there will be a virtual path. So you'll be able to walk along the virtual path and it'll track your steps and send you like motivational messages along the way. So that'll be fun.
That's cool. And I've been participating in this for quite some time. I helped MC the event and stuff like that in years past. And one of the cool things I like about it, despite the fact that it's a neat thing to do, is swag. How do you get your purple shirt and all that cool stuff that teams get every year when they participate in the Walk to End Alzheimer's?
Yeah, that's a great question. So every participant who registers this year will get 5 walk flags automatically mailed to them. So that's fun. And we're, put them out in your yard, put them in your window, and kind of just spread awareness and decorate your area with that. And then on walk day, grab your flags and walk with them. For your walk shirt, we're also going to mail those directly to you. So once you reach that $100 fundraising level, we will automatically mail you your shirt. And then right now we're actually doing an incentive. If you raise $65 between yesterday and October 4th, we'll mail you a face mask with the Promise Garden that's printed on it. So we're really excited about that one too.
That's a great idea. That's an exceptionally good idea. I really like that. I like that a lot. Now we're talking, all this stuff that we're talking about is the Wenatchee Walk to End Alzheimer's. Now the very next day, Sunday the 27th, is going to be out in Moses Lake. Same kind of set of circumstances there?
Yep, exactly the same. I would just recommend go on to the Moses Lake Walk website just to double check the timing. Each of our walks, as mentioned before, we're keeping our local day, our local time, so it's not just one big walk. So I would definitely get on the Moses Lake website and double check the timing.
Now, for those of us here in North Central Washington, we're last minute people. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about it. It's Saturday the 26th and I haven't done squat, but I participate in it every year, Erica. What, for those latecomers who completely forgot about it and they want to be a part of it on the 26th, how do they go about catching up?
I would definitely get registered. That's the first thing you got to do. So get registered, especially if you do it in the next 2 weeks, because if you register and fundraise, you're going to get a mask as well. So extra little bonus. But yeah, get registered first on the Walk website. So you could just Google Walk to End Alzheimer's Wenatchee, or go to alz.org/walk. And then just get registered, follow the prompts. It's really simple to do, and then start fundraising. And we will mail everything to you so you don't have to worry about anything else.
And do the things that you do every year. Get together a team. And as Erica mentioned, they don't want to have 100 people walking down the street all crunched up together. That's not good. But the fact of the matter is you can kind of do it at your own leisure and your own pace and go as far or as short as you want with your team. It's kind of a new and unique twist. I kind of like it in that respect.
Yeah, it opens a lot of doors for people that might not have been able to participate in previous years just because the route was too long or it was too uneven. So pretty much everybody could participate. You can walk around your block, you could walk to the end of your driveway and back, whatever your distance or whatever your mobility, it's set up for you this year, which is fantastic. And I especially love the drive-through Promise Garden because it's going to be set up right after that ceremony goes live. So even if you can't walk, you can still take a drive and go see that and experience that on walk day.
And again, that Promise Garden is going to be at the old Wenatchee, Washington State Department of Transportation headquarters, which is in the process of being demolished on North Wenatchee Avenue. You can't miss that as well. And this is very important. Again, we're talking to Erica Grissmerson, who's helping organize part of the Alzheimer's walk on Saturday. They're actually, we hear about fundraisers for cystic fibrosis and multiple sclerosis and all of these terrible diseases. They're making progress in the fight against Alzheimer's from a medical standpoint, aren't they?
Yeah, so we're seeing some new drugs come out that are, promising. Lots of information coming out on lifestyle and how that affects whether or not, you might be susceptible to precognitive decline. There's blood tests that are, starting to become a thing. So lots of advancements. We just had our conference back in July, so that was really exciting. Lots of information came out on that. You can still go online and look up what, if you want to read more, you can see what more details there are. There's the research app. You could always download that, and there's lots of information on there as well.
And again, although the Walk to End Alzheimer's for Wenatchee is on Saturday and in Moses Lake on Sunday, you can donate anytime you want. There's no deadline on that. You got to get her done by this point. Erica, I'm going to give you the last word. Everything that people need to know so they can participate on the Walk to End Alzheimer's on Saturday in Wenatchee and on Sunday in Moses Lake. I'll let you have the final word.
I just really want to encourage people to get registered. I know this year has been really crazy, but this is something to look forward to. It's something to engage in with your family and your friends. Just because everybody's on standstill and at home doesn't mean Alzheimer's has gone away. We still need to fundraise. We still need to try and find a cure. This year has been a little bit rough for us, so any support we could get, we would really appreciate, and we'd love for you to walk with us on Saturday.
And again, it was super easy. All I had to do was Google Walk to End Alzheimer's Wenatchee, and I didn't even spell Alzheimer's correctly. I never can. And it popped right up. Everything you need to know right there, including getting registered and all that cool stuff. I don't know who does your website, but they make it easy for people who aren't very bright like me, Erica. So.
Yes, it's very easy to use. You can just follow the prompts, and if you get stuck at all, just feel free to give me a call or message me in any way. I'll be happy to help.
Erica, I hope you get your goal on Saturday in Wenatchee and on Sunday out in the Columbia Basin and Moses Lake. It's always a pleasure to talk with you, and let's make it happen on Saturday. It's going to be a beautiful day in the Wenatchee Valley to take a walk. Might as well raise some money for a good cause while you're at it. Erica, thanks for joining me on the program, and have a good and fruitful weekend.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, Erica. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Nissan is the value leader in new cars and SUVs. Check out these new models starting at under $20,000. The all-new Versa from $17,020. The all-new Sentra from $17,400. And the all-new Kicks from $17,995. Now you can have the Nissan style, performance, and reliability, all for under $20,000.
And they're all here at Town Nissan, up behind Costco in East Wenatchee.
How do you know when it's time to go to Boswell's Furniture? When you know the look you love, the colors you want, but need a little design help to bring it all together. With Boswell's complimentary design service, Glenn, Buffy, and Teresa guide you until your vision becomes reality. More styles, more fabrics, and more choices of quality home furnishings fill Boswell's expansive 2-story showroom so you can see it and feel it before you buy. Come into Boswell's and explore the endless possibilities of home furnishings. Boswell's on Easy Street. It's closer than you think.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that. Yeah.
There he is. Sure wish he was here.
Yeah, no kidding.
Little 4-point.
It's a nice coconut.
Solid fish.
Watch the Northwest Outdoorsman with Richie Herod Saturdays and Sundays at 6 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 4:30 p.m. on the NCW Life channel.
How much are you paying for adult, family, or assisted living? Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living offers 1-bedroom apartments for one affordable price. Their rates are all-inclusive, no nickel or diming or sudden increases, just one set price. You or your loved one will receive good food and excellent care in a relaxed, home-like environment. Stop on by for a tour to see if the Epladolin family is the right choice for you.
Family-owned and operated Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living in Cashmere. Affordable care. Arctic Refrigeration and Heating, serving North Central Washington, is proud to offer the finest heating and cooling air quality products along with prompt and professional customer service since 1984. Regardless of the temperature outside, Arctic is here for you. Arctic offers a variety of services: residential and commercial heating, air conditioning, commercial refrigeration, as well as planned fall and spring maintenance for the overall well-being of your system. Call Arctic Refrigeration and Heating for your heating and cooling needs. We're back at 53 minutes after the hour. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. It's raining. Well, it's not raining. It's sprinkling. I kid you not. What's this wet stuff coming down from the sky? Let's do another quick tour around the valley with our Valley View cameras, and maybe by the time this day is over, we'll have like droplets on the lenses of our PTZ cameras. But right now, it is raining lightly, sprinkling, if you will, in downtown Wenatchee. Yay! Feels good, too. Good morning, Wenatchee. Of course, is from our cross camera. I hope my windshield wipers work. Camera 2, let's see if Megan's going to go with the same cameras or maybe move them around a little. Oh, she's moving them. She changed her mind. Is that still the Apple Andes camera, Megan? That's still the Apple Andes camera, but she moved it back towards the Wenatchee Valley, it looks like, looking over the orchards of Monitor on their way between Cashmere and the apple capital of the world. And that's us, by the way. Beautiful view there from the Apple Andes camera. Good stuff. I like that. She moved that. Camera 3 was Valley High, and she moved the Valley High camera. Doesn't look like it's raining up at Valley High, but it's coming. By the way, there's significant rain in the Cascades coming their way. Good stuff. And I think we're going to go to Stamen Flats again, Megan. We are? Yeah. Good stuff. I like how she changed things around a little bit. Wait a minute. Is that still Stamen Flats? That is. Okay. Hi, Stamen Flats. On your way to beautiful Lake Chelan, and everybody's going to get a little bit of light rain between now and Sunday. We're going to take a quick break and come back with your forecast details in detail on this Wednesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
This is Caitlin Hedershe, the producer of the NCW Life magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCW Life magazine right here on the NCW Life channel.
Join us for Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel. This former police sergeant is plugged into not only the world of the streets, he's an actor and connoisseur of the arts. So join Mike and his guest for, well, Street Talk and Other Stuff. Mondays at 10 a.m., Tuesdays and Thursdays at 2 p.m., and Wednesdays at 5:30. It's Street Talk and Other Stuff with Mike Magnotti on the NCW Life channel.
All of a sudden I feel really good because it just seems so good to see the rain again. Our long, 100 days without measurable rain? It's over now. Yeah. What are our rainfall totals between, well, this morning until tomorrow morning? Take a look at that. They have upped the ante a little bit. Yesterday they were thinking, oh, not very much at all. But now thinking, hey, you know, it's a pretty robust cold front. Got a lot of moisture for the Wenatchee Valley between now and tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., we could get upwards of 1/4 inch of rain. Now, as you can see by that map, the crest of the Cascades are going to get a lot of rain, but we're in the rain shadow, so not that much here for the Wenatchee Valley. Very little rain out in the Columbia Basin. Most of the rain right along the summits of the major mountain passes, right along the spine, and then up into the north of us and off to the Idaho Panhandle and the Lilac City of Spokane. That's your rainfall amounts through tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., but we're going to have intermittent rain right through the weekend, off and on, starting today and lasting all the way through Sunday. And then on Sunday, we're going to finally get a break. But this is the best kind of scenario because we're going to get lots of light rain, but no real heavy doses of rain because simply right now the ground can't handle it. It's been so long since they had any kind of significant rain that we would be looking at flooding, but that's not going to be the case. Just light rain off and on right through the weekend. And it's going to be windy on Friday. Quick heads up on this. Look for some serious winds in many locations in our viewing area. Here in the Wenatchee Valley on Friday, we're looking at wind gusts anywhere from 25 to 28 miles an hour with a pretty consistent west wind all day on Friday. So be prepared for the wind. Just a heads up on that. All right. Your forecast details in detail. Lots of clouds today. Rain, light rain, it's already begun. Most of the rain wasn't supposed to happen until later on this afternoon, so we already got a head start on that. Today of about 73 degrees. Now here's the cool part. It's raining lightly right now. It's going to rain lightly into tonight. In fact, the chance of rain for tonight is about 70%. So we like that. Obviously clouds associated with the rain, 54 for the overnight low. Thursday, a little bit of a break. We're going to have a little bit of light rain possible early Thursday morning. And then we'll have kind of sun and clouds back and forth. It's going to be a little windy at times on Thursday and a high of 73 degrees, 53 for the overnight low on Thursday night. Friday, we go right back to the rain. Light rain showers pretty much mostly in the morning hours, but also a little bit in the afternoon. As I mentioned before, it's going to be windy. It's going to be cooler. So the best chance of considerable rain looks to be right now Friday into Friday night. Saturday, cloudy, a little bit of rain off and on throughout the course of the day on Saturday, spilling into Saturday night. That concerns me a little bit. We don't want that, of course, because we have racing on Saturday night, and they don't like to race in the rain. And then once we get through Sunday, we're off to warm and sunny conditions on Monday and Tuesday. But here comes the rain. Everybody have a great Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.